It's
Yeah.
unique, man. What's going on, man? What can I
So,
help you out with?
just had a couple questions for you right now.
Okay.
I'm starting this thing with a partner and maybe two partners. Do you think that's the best approach, or do you think I should just do it solo or just with one other person?
So, how long you been doing this for?
Probably about a week actually we just started. So we
Okay.
just started
So, who's
talking.
the person you're considering as like a partner in the business?
One of the people is just one of my longtime friends, and honestly, it's all been business, and we don't really do anything other than talk about, you know, how we can make money together and just set
Okay.
ourselves free. And basically,
So,
he's all in. He's doing the
okay.
same stuff as me, and it's 50-50. So I feel like, it's good. The third person, you know,
Yeah.
it's kind of the same, but I feel like maybe two people, a duo, might be better.
It is like sometimes it does just naturally work. Um, uh,
Okay.
Having a partnership with strangers and not noticing their tendencies. So, how long you know this person? Quite a bit, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Couple
Okay.
years. Yeah.
Okay. Same age group or
Yes, sir. Same
okay.
age.
So the thing is, with partners, a lot of times, sometimes opposing skill sets helps out a lot. So,
Yeah,
like for example, I'm not a highly organized person, and I know it.
yeah.
Like I took a lot to admit it, and once I do it, I'm very good at connecting people, and I'm very good at like pushing to get deals done.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I already show you my office. So I have a studio and an office. There's so much paperwork in my office. Like so my wife helps me out with a lot of stuff. I have a
Yeah.
transaction coordinator and then I have an assistant and I get yelled at a lot because it's just like I leave train wrecks. But I stopped obsessing. I tried to take all these classes and stuff and I'm terrible at it. Um so if you look for complementing opposing views. Now, when I brought Zach in my business, a lot of go, oh, his dad taught him all. I go, no, 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 dude. I have high demands as a partner. It's brutal. Okay.
Yeah.
And the fact that we're family helps and it hurts because if you ever work with family, Zach, I said, I remember he goes, hey, listen, I want to work with you. I'm like, okay, well, you can work in each department. We'll figure out what your strong suit is. One of Zach's strongest suits was connecting with people and cold calling. And the fact that he was willing to do something that I hate and I could find so much more new business made it a no-brainer for me. And still to this day, he runs those entire departments and he's incredible at it. He's also good at technology and he understands how to connect with people. So he got that kind
Okay.
of natural gift, but he did the work for it. So he brought such a strong element to my business.
Yeah.
And I knew Zach was probably going to like, in the beginning, he didn't double my business, but as years went along, like it right now, I couldn't imagine my business without him.
Okay.
I could never. So he's a partner, and that's it. A
Mhm.
partner has to be someone like if they left your life tomorrow in your wholesaling business, it would kill you. And if that's it, then take them on and embrace it. Just keep it professional.
For
Um,
sure.
so in the beginning, what I would do is I would take this year and I would just partner up on deals and make sure, like, go on your honeymoon and see if it works out, and
For
see if you're
sure.
not going to kill each other and do it from that. And then honestly, you guys, a lot of people goes, well, I'm a focus on acquisitions, disposition. No, you guys got to be out there finding motivated sellers and fill the pipeline. You need to look at it as like he's going to double my business and he's going to double my business, and that's why I
Mhm.
want to do it. Once you have about 6 months established, and you can do this sometime in 2023, if you want to do it, just go out and set up a simple LLC, and there's an operating agreement. Okay.
Sounds good.
You can get a lawyer or not. It's pretty self explanatory. The only thing you have to put on there is what your exit plan is if the poo poo hits the fan. Okay. Because you're going
Yeah.
to have a checking account together. You're going to have probably a credit card. And you just got to know, like, if one stops working, what is the plan? Because it happens, dude. People get married, all sorts of. I've had 3 partners before this.
Yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately, we started out, we loved each other, and then one just decided they were not going to do any work. One was a wild child. I've had a partner pass away. I've had crazy stuff. I've been around a long time. So listen, if you think it's going to compliment you in the beginnings, when you do it, when you bring them on after the fact, it is a nightmare. There's no other way to put it. So
Yeah.
if you don't have that relationship, just make sure your partner has. Are they dedicated? Like, are they okay with rejection and talking to everybody?
Mhm. Yes, sir. Well,
Okay.
we're both kind of the same in that alley. We're just go getters. We're good at convincing people of things, and we're
Then
good at explaining.
then
So
just try it out for 6 months. And then like if 6 months he's not driving you nuts, make it official and just get an LLC. Cost you about 120, 150 bucks to set up, depending on what stage you're in.
yeah,
Set up an operating agreement and just say, hey, listen, because you got to trust them with like a checking account and stuff like that.
yeah, I
So
understand. Yeah,
yeah,
I do have
so
an LLC for like landscaping. I have all the licenses for that.
yeah,
I probably set up a different one. I did have a car detailing business for a while, like last summer. Set it up,
yeah.
did really good. But
So here's
honestly,
where Tristan, if you think he can double your business, do it.
yep,
Because if they can't, you're really working solo with the liability of a partner. And that's the problem. So if there's a
yeah,
synergy there, you like working with them, it's fun because if you do this business right, you actually won't see them a whole lot other than like, hey, let's work on this deal because you want them out drumming up business. You should be out drumming up business.
okay,
And then you got to say, listen, I'm going to run the marketing schedule and then just clearly define what you guys are going to do. Because it really, the first year of wholesaling is a lot of fun, in my opinion. Like you just kind of run around and do deals like your head cut off.
yeah,
And like you can't like I remember when I first did it was like a lot of fun. And I watched when Zach did it. He had a lot of fun when we do it. And but I gotta tell you, like family, sometimes I'll be brutally honest, it's some of the toughest business partnerships because if
hmm,
you ever dealt with family, you don't choose your family, they're just given to you. Like
yeah,
that's what you get, and you can't change it. Your business partner, a whole different story. So as you mature in wholesaling and then you start collecting properties, which you will, then you have to make decisions on like how you do that. So me and Zach
okay,
have a plan. We have a whole company, separate company where we just buy properties after we buy them and we pay ourselves a wholesaling fee. And then
yep,
we put the company and Zach takes some, I take some, and some of them I'm like, I'm not owning this without you because like you just have more energy in me. Like, so I never meet with the tenants. Zach helps me out. And now we're dealing with property managers, which is its own thing. So dude, I think they passed this up. So just do 6 months and hold hands, work on
okay,
deals together, get paid, and then if it survive it, then go forward and then find the stuff that you're strongest at, find the stuff he's strong at, and divide and conquer. Because although you're all going to do marketing and sales activity in the beginning, you just want to find out in the long run, like who's the badass that's going to fire people.
mhm,
Like I don't fire, like Zach's the guy who fires everybody. Like he's just
yeah,
like I'm like the feel good guy, but like I'm the yes guy to everything, and I just like to
mhm,
have fun. And every now and then we got like you got to fire people, man. Like they don't do what they say, and like welcome to life, and that's what you
yep,
need to do. So the problem is when you pick a business partner at like a RIA meeting, go, oh, that's gonna be a good idea. It's usually not. It's usually a
yeah.
terrible idea. So if you have a history with them, go for it, man. Like just get going and make sure they double each other business, and you guys push each other and motivate.
Sounds good. That's great. And yeah, I just had two more questions for you. And
Okay.
let's see, what strategies should I use to get the most out of PropStream? Because yeah, I've been looking at it. I got PropStream, but
So let me ask
honestly,
you this. How many leads do you get a month with your subscription to PropStream at listario.com? How many?
well, since I've been doing it for the past week or two, I've got probably 5 leads. Honestly, true
Okay, but
leads that I
do you know what they allot you for leads? Like how many you could get with your paid subscription? How many you
oh,
can take out of their system?
honestly, I don't know.
Okay, so let me tell you, do yourself a favor. This is part of having a partner. This part kind of sucks. You got to go through tutorials on everything. Did
Okay.
you know I had to sit down with an employee today and give him a tutorial on like how to operate a Mac because
Oh,
he
damn.
never operated a Mac before. Um,
Hmm,
same thing with PropStream. Same thing with Batch.
yeah.
There's so much going on with it. You wouldn't even have an idea. And the problem
Yeah.
is, like, I appreciate where it is because the way I had to do a majority of my wholesaling career was a nightmare. List source, we'd spend $700 for one list in a month. It was horrid,
Wow.
but I kind of had a competitive advantage because it was so expensive to pull. PropStream, you get 10,000 leads a month. Okay.
10,000.
Guys, it's 99 bucks. Do the math. What it costs you per lead, it's ridiculous. What's that, like a penny a lead? Okay. Make sure you maximize all 10,000 leads every month. That's
Okay.
what you're paying for. You get a built-in CRM. It helps you evaluate properties. It's like having an employee without paying $3,000 a month to have this person sitting at a desk.
All right.
So if you're going to use it, I like batch too. I use them both. But if I'm on a
Mhm.
cost basis, like we're the only ones that tell you can use either or. I'm not married by other company. And if one company tells me I can use theirs, then they can both go bye-bye. I don't care. Okay. I use them both, and I pay for both my subscriptions. Now I do it on a bigger scale. I do a crap load of markets. So if I have one market, you're starting out 10,000 leads, $99, do your math, utilize them. Make sure you're pulling 10,000 leads and you and your partner out there chasing everyone humanly down that you possibly can. That is the real value of listrei.com. It
Okay.
is the real value. Or you can use zachdata.com. It's a little more expensive. It's got some more bells and whistles in it, but it combines some of the skip tracing. So you have to look at it in totality.
Yeah.
So what I would do is I would get a subscription to both. Get the user version, get 7, and find out which one's going to work the best for you. Okay.
Sounds good.
And here's what happens. You know how people wind up picking them? It's whichever one they pick first. You just stick to it because you're familiar with it and you're comfortable with it. But 10,000 leads. If I had to buy 10,000 leads from ListSource or Melissa Dane, all that stuff, you will go broke. And for that reason alone, there's no obligation. Do you know ListSource? I used to have to sign like a 2 and 3 year agreement with CoreLogic when we started doing this. And ready for this? It was 20 cents a lead.
Wow, that's a lot.
We thought 15 was amazing. 10, I couldn't believe it. Dude, you're down to less than a penny. So it's like utilize. So to me, I always get a deal from PropStream. That's why I use it. I like Batch. I love them for their skip tracing service, zachdata.com. So as you get more advanced, you might wind up switching service. A little bit painful when you do it because you're so used to doing it a certain way. But use what you have. And guys, I'm just telling you, a lot of people go, well, that's expensive. I go, dude, it's so dirt cheap because you don't know how it was done in the old days. And go hire an employee, even a good VA's $6 to $8 an hour, and you're going to have to still provide them the software on top of it. So you guys are going to do a lot of the heavy lifting yourself in the beginning. The value of PropStream, if I can't drive this to you, listrei.com, 10,000 leads, you better use them every month. And if you're on day 29, pull the leads anyways, get them out and keep going. You get vacant lists, you get high equity. It's endless. You get the lien report. You can get pre-foreclosures. You can get anything out of it. And why do I recommend these bigger companies? Because all they do is data. They are reputable. You know you're not going to get your credit card ripped off. And if you have a customer service issue, you can pick up the phone and they'll handle it. And the owners and the executives come on here with me and Zach, and they give tutorials all the time with it. Dude, they're a class act company. I do not recommend companies that I think are scams or like, I don't let investors create their own software so they can sell it on their own because they're not good at it. They have VAs running it behind the scenes. Guys, you don't want VAs running it. You want like dedicated employees. So did I convince you on that? Like it's a no-brainer on that one, dude. I wouldn't even try running my business because go out and get 10,000 leads on your own. It's brutal.
You're right. You're right. And yeah, I do have one last question for you.
Okay.
And so I'm in Denver, Colorado. And I was just wondering if that was like a good market for driving for dollars, or do you think I should go virtual?
You got it. Just like I told the other guy, you got to do the data. So stop like getting your opinion, get the data, and get with your partner, and you guys make an educated decision. Look at the average price points of these properties. Look at outlying markets. Are there some virtual markets that I call are like 100 miles outside your area? So if you got a really good deal, somebody could hop in a car and get it done. So I've been to Denver a couple times. It's a beautiful place, but like get the numbers and I can help you out with the numbers.
Sounds good.
And look at the data and the numbers and go, okay, I don't think we're going to be writing contracts on $800,000 homes. The reality is the higher you go up on the average price points, the more sophisticated the sellers can be and the less distressed they usually are. It's just the truth. So I like to stay at the average median price or below. I like to be below. And so look at those numbers and start making educated decisions on it. And that way you're not guessing, you're using real data from markets and you can make an educated decision. Listen, you're always going to be in your Denver markets. You probably grew up there, right?
Yes, sir.
So you're always going to do that. But if there's not enough motivated sellers to deal with it, you got to go find outlying markets or extreme virtual markets, meaning, 3 or 4 states over to get it done. Guys, I've done tons of videos. There's a million. You can look at average price points in any markets. Look at the crime rates. And then look at the population. You want a population of at least 40,000 or more, and you can easily go out and find these markets.
Okay. Sweet.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Okay. So next time, jump on with your partner, and then we'll give you guys a quiz.
Really appreciate it.
Okay,
Sounds
man.
good, sir.